Hello and welcome to our School for Discipleship regular email and a little video update on what's happening here at Woodbury Avenue. We've just had our Thanksgiving graduation. So those who've done our second year here in Bournemouth have finished and completed the course. So that was a great time. A few photos appear with this video. So you may see the photos of the cake. A lot of people have been talking about the cake. A Bible college from a bakery, because the cake was a magnificent replica of the Bible college in a box, including the content, the books. So that brings to the end of the second year. We're now advertising and they're recruiting for a third year of the School for Discipleship, and they've got a number of applications in. But of course, really this particular video is aimed at the wider community where we want to make our resources available. And at the moment, those resources are primarily the Bible College in a box. There is the video content that goes with that, which you can find on our website. We've had a really interesting idea about developing that as a digital format. So that's the one for those of you watching from beautiful Myanmar. We're going to make that available to you and also in Africa as well. So the video-based kind of digital content is going to really help, because I know it's quite expensive on the shipping with the physical books, but we've got more physical books. And though expensive to ship, we were really pleased a couple of weeks ago, someone from New Zealand put in an order for the Bible College in a box. Now that meant the postage was quite expensive, but it shows what a demand there is for this kind of content. It's curated. So it's kind of coming from the same position. It's helpful, mainstream, classic Orthodox theology. And the new ones have arrived. So we now have commentaries on every book of the Bible. Here's the example on Psalms. You may have seen the New Testament ones. Well, the Old Testament ones have arrived. Now, it's quite thick, ring bound. And the idea is you have a page of commentary, fairly simple overview of the passage that you would have read, Psalm 39 there. These are from mainstream scholars of the previous generation, F.F. Bruce, Ralph Martin, a number of great commentators, and commentary on one side after you've read the Bible passage, and then room for your notes. Now, this is journaling. And I'm going to say that if you took this book, for example, Psalms, one a day, you read the Psalm, you read the commentary, you write some notes. Maybe if there's a memorable verse, if there's one particular verse in that Psalm 8 there that stands out to you, you could maybe write that at the top. In 150 days, you would have studied the whole of the book of Psalms. Well, 119 might take you a little while. That's a long one. But 150 Psalms, 150 days. And the notes, of course, because they're written, you'll always be able to come back to them. In a couple of years' time, you might do it again. There may be space in the journal to add more content when you come back to the Psalms. So we've got these now in every book of the Old Testament. So we're thrilled about these resources. You can get them from us physically from here at Woodbury Avenue or Lansdowne Church. You can get them from Keith Jones Christian Bookshop in Bournemouth. They will post them out to you. These are at a super price, so there's a great deal that we've done on these. So you can get the books. You can get them in a single volume box as well. I don't have one with me here, but the single volume box, which will be either the New Testament or the Old Testament. And in this journal format, here's a way that for your discipleship, you can be studying the Bible book by book in the company of some of these great scholars. So this use of physical content, I just want to make a point about this one, because we are using digital as well. We're creating more digital resources. But I think sometimes less is more. And sometimes having a physical book, even though you don't have the wealth of content you'd have on the internet, it's doable. You can read it. And with a pen and paper, I mean, I know myself, I'm using my Kindle, I'm using my phone, but the notes I take in that digital format, I tend to forget where they are. They disappear. But written notes like this in a spiral bound volume on the Psalms, I'm always going to know where those notes are. I will retain them, come back to them, do the study again in a few years' time. So I'm really recommending the use of this print technology. Let's not lose sight of print technology. So if you want to get hold of any of these commentaries, and as I say, they're an extraordinarily good price. So you might even in your local church community want to use them with your small groups or with others. You could even have a book reading club. Get together half a dozen friends, maybe not even friends, but half a dozen people that you know, to read a book of the Bible together and to use one of these commentaries to guide your studies together. That'd be a great way of doing discipleship in your local church. Would not require a lot of preparation time, and you know that you'll have these notes to guide you through in your studies. So that's the new resources that are out. We're thrilled with them, and we're going to be hearing more about those. We'll be marketing those, and we don't really make any money on them particularly. It's not a financial venture. It is about discipleship. And School for Discipleship is not just what happens here in Bournemouth. These are resources that can be used anywhere in the world. Thanks again for those watching from overseas. Really good to be in touch with you. And particularly, I just reach out for those in Myanmar, Nigeria, Kenya, where we do have the possibilities of a growing work. We've got people on the ground and interested in the material. So more is coming, and we're particularly working on the digital content, and then we'll see how that develops in the years ahead. So thank you for watching this. Over the summer, these videos will be a little hit and miss. We are still going to send out a weekly email, but the video content, we won't be running our lectures here in Bournemouth until late September. So we'll give you occasional updates, but not so much with the video content. But anyway, do keep an eye out for the website, sfd.org.uk, to see what we're putting on there. But thanks so much for watching. God bless you over this summer period, whatever it is that you're doing. And we'll look forward to a more regular pattern when we start meeting again in the autumn. Thank you.